Welcome back, it's VR6 and this is a guitar restring and cleaning for an electric guitar. In this case, it's Ibanez in English or Ibanez in Spanish model number RG Series. You can also use this video on an acoustic guitar with similar methods. First, you will need a new guitar string pack, and in this case, I am using a Fender nickel-plated steel super bullets and some diagonal cutting pliers for the string. Make sure to cut the strings and remove it out. As you can see, I have cut and removed the old string starting from the top string and down to the bottom. This guitar also has a detachable whammy that I have removed, and some guitars may have it attached, or on some acoustic guitars that doesn't have any. Also, it has a selector switch and some black knobs, which are volume or tone knobs I'm detaching. Now, the bridge has some adjustable spring pins that you can push it forward, and then it helps you put the string through the back when restringing it. This adjusts how high the strings off the fretboard, like closer to it or further away. You will need to push and adjust it as you restring all 6 strings. Now, when you restring, some brands have different ball ends at the end of the strings. My past one was a Ernie Ball Super Slinky, which has an end like a bead with a hole, while Fender has more of a bullet looking ball end. And now when cutting and removing the guitar strings, you pull it out of the ball end of the string at the back of the guitar, and you till it gets out. So you just flip the guitar over and you put it in there, and then until it comes out, then you just pull it out through and let it get stuck by the ball end. And secondly, cleaning guitar all over with the wipes. We can start with the heads and tuning slot nuts. You may also use alcohol wipes if damage to the paint guitar is a concern. Then clean the neck and fretboard of the guitar, the body, and the pickups. Now I'm cleaning the knobs area after taking it off. Also pickups, in this case I have 2 humbucking pickups, an Infinity 3 and 4 version of 2005, which is on the neck and bridge pickup area. The whammy previously was using a standard tremolo bridge with a standard whammy, I think like early 2000 style. Now I'm cleaning up the knobs area after taking it off. Then once the front is done, flip it over backwards and clean the back of the guitar. Since this guitar was a passed down gift from one of my cousins, shout out to my cousin, the back part was pre-removed, but you may have yours still there. And also the back, open it and clean it to the back part connecting to the bridge and pickups together backside. Then clean the body part again and the TS cable connector or guitar cord connector at the bottom end. Then clean the neck, head, and body. So my acoustic was bought by me, but the one given to me was by my cousin for the electric guitar because of the fact that my guitar classes require an acoustic guitar. Now, once most of the dirt and oils are gone, let's go over the cleaning set you need. For this case, I have a Dunlop 65 clean set. In this case, I'm showing off the guitar polish and cleaner. For this case, I have a Dunlop 65 guitar polish and cleaner. This can be cleaned either before or after restringing it, as it's only on the body areas and heads aside from the strings and the neck fretboard as it's wood. The next part is whoops, this is the Dunlop Ultimate Lemon Oil for the neck parts of the fretboard before restringing after we use the polish and cleaner for the body. So for the body, we are using the polish and cleaner on the non-wood parts like body, etc. And then now for the Dunlop 65 guitar string clean and conditioner, you will use that last to polish the new strings you put on it so that the last bit can last a little longer for strings and can withstand the sweat on the strings. Now, once you have cleaned up the body, which I skipped using the polisher, you can use a blade like I do and scrape off the fret parts to get the dirt off before applying the lemon oil. This is optional though, but I find it makes the fret wood on the neck cleaner and smoother as the dirt is off. Scrape it gently at a slight angle all the way up the neck. And once you're done, apply the lemon oil onto the fret like so, which is the Dunlop Ultimate Lemon Oil 65 set. So all the way down, up and down the neck frets. Then we can now begin with the guitar polish and cleaner on the body parts, excluding the fret neck. Once done, get your new string pack and start opening it to put each of the new strings on the bridge, to the nut, the head, to tune it from the string retainers. I'm using Fender nickel plated steel super bullets, which is upon opening shows its order starting from the bottom string, which is the thinnest string, 0.009 or 0.009, and second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, and the top of sixth string. You will put it through the bridge accordingly, shown right now, like so. And then now to help you restring it properly, I'll start from the largest thickest string to the 6th string, which is 0.042, and down to the thinnest 0.009. I'll show you one demonstration, which is the 6th string, which is usually the standard tuning of E, and you can repeat the rest for all the other 5 strings. First, you can take out the string, flip the guitar back to the back, and then for the top circle hole of the bridge, see that right there at the top of the guitar bridge hole? Yep. And then you're going to put the string through there while pushing the bridge pin at the front to allow the thick string to go over through, and keep pulling till the ball end is blocked by the bridge or stopped. You can check this by flipping it over, and right there, right here, you can see the ball end has been blocked by the Fender bullet. Then you pull the string up to the neck to the nut to hold the string in place, then the head to the 6th string tuner, which in this case, it's the closest one to the neck head or the top one. To restring it properly, put it through the tuner hole and tug it until the string feels a small tightness from the bridge part. You can measure it through 3 to 5 fretboards, which is lengths, what I approximate, or even within 3 times, like, a little less if you want, and make the end reach part about it. It should also be loose enough, kind of like leaving a book wide open on a desk and a string looks like that page left open from its open end book, like right here, you can see like so. Then you're going to pull the string up like a paper clip, bending it to lock it into place. This prevents it from moving while you're turning the knob, and make sure it's in the nut area for the 6th string, and then you're going to start to turn the knobs. From your perspective, I'm turning the knobs counterclockwise, but if you were in my POV or perspective, it would be clockwise. The goal is to hold it in place as it turns and make the string wind underneath the previous string turned. It must always be underneath. Why? So that it could hold it in place and allow for different types of alternative tuning. Like example, if you want to do even lower than an E, would be drop D tuning and etc. instead of standard tuning. So you can see here it's showing that the string wrapped around is underneath the first string wrapped, or the one that is pushed upwards locked into place with the tuner hole. Now once it's done, you can either cut it near or leave it leftovers using the diagonal pliers for guitar strings. I like to keep it leftover since in case I like to tune it downwards, like drop D or even lower tuning, then I'll cut it near. But it's up to your preference since it does kind of look a little ugly to some people. But for me, it's not really about ugliness. It's just about like convenience and how effective it is, which is, like dropping to between different types of standard tunings or non-standard tunings. So now I'll just fast forward to the other 5 strings, but if you just repeat the same process for the rest of them, it's exactly like that. So now once it's all done, you can use the Dunlop 65 guitar string cleaner and conditioner to keep it extra protected. Apply it along all the strings from the neck and down, then put back the back of the knobs of the volume tuner and also the whammy for the standard tremolo bridge, or yours might be a little different model or even better. And that's how you restring your guitar and clean it. All that is left is tuning, which you can use apps to help it out, or a guitar tuner. For this case, I'm using an app as my old guitar tuner's battery died, RIP, and I don't have any battery type to re-battery it up. So in this case, I'm tuning using a standard tuning and using the app. Yes, I know there's no audio playing, but it's definitely in tune, as according to the video, it's in E, A, D, G, B, E, and I'm going to demonstrate it like so. Then once it's done, your guitar is ready to play. Oh, and before you start playing, make it sure to attach the guitar straps to help you out on the top and bottom parts. And it's all set. Back to the start. You can use this method and technique even on an acoustic guitar. My Yamaha FSX Series acoustics guitar is clearly slightly different than my Ibanez electric guitar, even though it can be also plugged into an amplifier amp and it has a built-in tuner or tone volume adjustment if plugged into an amplifier. Like demonstrated here, as you can see, the difference is the way that the strings are placed into the bridge, the nut, and the head, since the tuner knobs at the heads are different. The thickest string 654 go down to top to bottom like so, and then the third string starts at the far bottom end like so, and then the second and last, which is the first string, which is at the bottom knob, like demonstrated. Other than that, the methods are still the same to restring the guitar and clean it. It's best to avoid using certain chemicals on the wood parts at least, but on the body it's a little bit fine as long as there's no scratches or cuts or breaks. And so, also note, sorry about the whole background scene. It's actually in my living room, my actual current room. The table itself, it doesn't really fit the entire guitar, considering the fact I have a couple laptops, a PC, and my other PC builds and modifications I've been doing, like electronics and circuit boards. So all that plus my audio interface, it kind of takes up room. And so I decided to do it in the living room. So I hope you liked this video, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I may or may not upload other parts of these with my audio interface or some other tutorial regarding my two guitars remixing or other piano I haven't mentioned, which also can be plugged into an audio interface. And thank you.